Welcome, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. Please continue to eat or finish. And I'm going to change the first two items around. We're going to start with our presentation of colors and pledge, and then I'll welcome you properly and make the opening remarks.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You can be seated now. And again, welcome to our 5th annual Scholarship Luncheon. This really is our celebration of another fine year with now the combined University High School and AJMA Academies. We're very glad that you could make it, and I'm going to briefly introduce the head table, and we'll move through the program fairly quickly. On my right, your left, we have Dr. Shepard, the principal of University High School, Angela Ryer, Dean of Academies, our guest speaker, Walter Abercrombie, which will be introduced more properly by Brian Price, the incoming president of the Advisory Board Club. That sure has a wonderful sound to it, by the way. Anita Steele is our treasurer, and then Brian Price, again, the vice president, incoming president. And I'm Tom Pardane, the outgoing president. That has a good ring to it, too. What I'd like to do is call Dr. Bill Shepard up to make some principal remarks at this time.
It's wonderful to be sitting by Miss Ryer and a good Baylor alumni. So I'm an Aggie sitting down on the end, and I'm sure I will learn a lot. I'm very fortunate to be at university. My second year. What I've learned is what Mr. Abercrombie experienced as being a student at University High School. Great kids, great teachers. What I've learned about the Academy is when you go to a National Academy convention and you have a name tag on with a gold medal and 2 or 3 gold ribbons about it, and everyone knows Angela Ryer, and everyone knows AJMA Academies, you're in with a very select group of educators over the United States. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're affiliated with AJMA Academies and the scholarships, and thank you for all that you do.
Is there anybody here from the WISD school board that needs to be recognized? I know Luke Connolly from Representative Flores' office is with us. They've been a great supporter of A.J. Moore and University High School. We're all dignitaries in my book, and we're going to start now with our scholarship presentations. We've got 16, I believe, from University High School A.J. Moore Academies. And Ken Morby, who is the chair of our scholarship and fundraising committee, is going to make those presentations along with Brian and myself. We then have 2 Brazos Education Foundation scholarships, which Mike Kaufman will present after we get through our 16. And he'll tell you a little bit about those, but we're very fortunate to have those four-year scholarships. And university is blessed with two, one for an A.J. Moore student and one for a university student. Ken?
Again, hello. It's a real delight to be the person who's going to read out these names of these very deserving recipients. I have to make one personal comment, and I've been part of this committee that has selected the scholarship and awarded them and for some time at A.J. Moore. And every year has been a delight. But as I've shared with Angela the other day after we got through with the interviews, I don't know, there was a kind of maturity, a real honesty on the part of, as these students, we interviewed them, and they get about 4 or 5 minutes apiece, and especially as they talked about their plans for the future, their hopes for the future, that was just thrilling for me, and so it's good to be up here. So we will begin. The first recipient of, there'll be a number of $1,000 scholarships, is Hermon Germa.
Come on down. We're going to check in 10 years to make sure you still have this.
Okay.
And this year we have a letter from our treasurer. That's how you get your money, by the way, so don't lose that. Oh, yeah.
She's gonna, are you gonna make some comments? Hermon? Good. They all are gonna.
My name is Hermon Germa, and I've been at AJ Moore for 2 years and now at a university for 2. This is really a pleasure, and thank you. I plan to attend University of Arlington next year and study international business and accounting. And my most memorable experience at university and AJ Moore is last year when I got to go to the CNA nursing home through CNA, and it was really a good experience. Knowing I will be able to help others that are needing the help meant a lot to me.
She is a native of Ethiopia, and one of her plans, if I remember right, is perhaps at some point organizing and developing an orphanage in Addis Ababa or someplace like that, right? Okay, good. The next recipient, also of a $1,000 scholarship, is Juan Tello.
All right. My name is Juan Tello. My plans for the future are to go to MCC for a year and a half, and then probably transfer to UT Austin for architecture and engineering. I think the most memorable thing that has happened to me at AJ Moore was becoming a student ambassador for the school, and that's pretty much it. Thanks to everyone that's here.
You're welcome, Juan. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next recipient is Haziel Juarez. Haziel?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jaciel Juarez, and of course, I go to University High School. And one of the best things that I've seen so far while being there is giving out to the community, being able to see their smiles, which is a great experience. But the thing is, whenever I joined the community service for the school and giving back to the community and seeing their smiles was one of the best feelings I've seen. And so far, I'm trying to go to MCC, transfer to A&M, Dr. Shepard. And I want to be in engineering, and hopefully one day, I'm gonna go to MIT, which is my main goal in life. And I'm glad I'm here. Everyone looks nice, and thank you so much.
I don't know what you think, but I think you'll make it to MIT. The next recipient of a $1,000 scholarship is Crystal Fraga.
Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Fraga, and my plans for the future is to attend University of Texas at Arlington. I will be majoring in business administration with the concentration of finance.
Our next recipient is Melvin Wall. Oh, excuse me, Arturo Linares. I'm sorry. Mr. Wall will have to wait a moment. I remember this is another engineering guy. Yeah.
All right, my name is Arturo Linares, and my plans for the future are to attend MCC for 2 years, then transfer to UTA in Arlington and major and get a bachelor's in civil engineering, and hopefully get an architectural degree in civil engineering. And I'd say one of my most memorable memories at AJMA was my sophomore year. It was a competition for best robotics. I designed the wheels. We didn't win that year, but it was something that I contributed to the robot, and well, it was good. Thank you very much.
Now I'll ask Melvin Wall to come up, please. There we go.
Hi, my name is Melvin Wall. I sadly went to Waco High my first 2 years, but I quickly transferred over to university the last two, which is, and got part of the AJMA Academy. So, yes, the purple. I really appreciate receiving this scholarship so much. Thank you all. I have to say my most memorable moment or most memorable experience at the University AJMA Academies was the first year I participated in Best Robotics, which was last year. We had won first place, which is the farthest we had ever gotten. So I was really happy to be a part of that. And it's just a great experience because I was welcomed so easily and so instantly by AJMA Academies. And it made me really appreciate everything y'all do.
Okay, our next recipient is Doritza Trejo. Doritza?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jaritza Trejo. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for being here, and thank y'all especially for giving me this award. And I'm excited, but a bit nervous right now at the moment. So, my most memorable event that I had in University High School was being able to, well, having the experience of going to Texas A&M, where I'm hoping to attend after MCC. I want to start off at MCC just to do my basics and then go ahead and do my final career in Texas A&M. So this would help me so much fulfill my dream of attending, finishing, and just having a good career in life, and that's what I want the most. So thank you, everybody.
That's right. Okay, I'll ask Jason Perez to please come up next.
Hello, my name is Jason Perez. I attended AJMA for my first 2 years and then consolidated with University High School. One of my most memorable moments that I had at that school was being a part of the marching band because I was afraid at first, but I felt so welcomed by the band, and every game that we went to and every concert that we performed was like a dream come true. I plan to use this money to pay for most of my school materials at UNT, University of North Texas in Denton, Texas, and to become a band director. So, yeah. Just like quickly, I just want to thank not only the school advisory board, but Miss Ryer. She's been like family with my family as well, and I like to thank them. And I like to quickly thank God for blessing not only my life, but everyone's life in this room. So thank you.
As you can imagine, he plays a number of instruments. So the next recipient of, again, a $1,000 scholarship is Jason, I did that one, Diego Laredo. Diego Laredo. There he is.
Hello, my name is Diego Laredo, and of course I go to University High School. First of all, I just want to thank everybody who's here. I want to thank the advisory board for giving me this scholarship. It means a lot to me, and my future plans are now attending University of North Texas and getting a degree in journalism. And my most memorable moment at University High School has to be doing the internship at the Brazos Education Foundation. It taught me how it is to be in a working environment, how I should act at a real job, and taught me how to how it is to work in a real working environment. And I just want to thank everybody again once more for this scholarship. It means a lot to me. It shows me that there's people who actually want to help students like us, and hopefully maybe in the future I can help other students just like me in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sure that played no role in his scholarship, but he interned at our company last summer.
So our next recipient of a $1,000 scholarship again is Paul Hernandez. Paul.
My name is Paul Hernandez, and I've been attending University High School for 4 years now. This scholarship means a lot to me because it is giving me a jump start to what I want to pursue. My passion is music, and I want to get a major in music education. My most memorable moment in high school would be, I can't really pinpoint it, it's every single year I've attended high school. Interacting with people, getting to know them, and most importantly, music. This is when I figured out what I want to do. It just sparked in me. Thank you for giving me the scholarship.
Yes. And Paul, we're glad about your sparking it in you. Yes. Our next recipient is Jamera Hamilton.
Good morning. My name is Jamera Hamilton. I'd just like to take this time out to thank Ms. Ryer and Dr. Shepard and the Business Advisory Board. I'm honored. One of my most memorable moments in school, I started off at AJMA. One of my most memorable moments would be the school nominating me for the Youth Citizenship Award. I was honored then and I'm honored now. Everything we do as a school, we do it as a family, and I'm just really honored to be part of such a great school and loving family. Waco is a good community. I love my school, and just thank everyone. Thanks God, and thanks Mommy.
Okay, our next recipient is Samuel Harrion.
Samuel, congrats.
All right, first I want to thank God for letting us be here today. Thank my mama for supporting me. I want to thank all of you for giving me the scholarship. Was a memorable moment. Sophomore year engineering trip to a racing and drag strip, which was pretty fun. Seeing the cars. My plans, I want to go to UTA, major in aeronautical engineering. Make it big, give back to my community. Thank you.
Thank you. The next series of scholarships are awarded in honor of someone. The first one is in honor of Nancy Price, who was a beloved math teacher who passed away last spring. The advisory board decided last year that it would give one of its scholarships in her honor each year. The recipient this year is of the Nancy Price Memorial Scholarship for 2014 is Chelsea Merkeldove.
Hello everyone, my name is Chelsea Merkeldove, and my future plans for college will be to attend the University of Texas in Austin and join their honorable pre-med program. And after much hard work and dedication, I'd like to come out with a medical degree. The most important event in my high school career was, of course, it was playing volleyball, basketball, softball, all those sports. But I would have to say it was me finding myself and finding out who I wanted to be, where I wanted to go in life. And this scholarship, it means a lot to me, and it'll go towards my school supplies, books, and everything. But it takes a load off my family. It'll help me to get one step closer to obtaining a college degree, help me set a stable foundation for my family, and help me to give back to my hometown community. I would also like to thank the advisory board for making this possible and everyone who interviewed me. Thank you.
Thank you. The next scholarship is in honor of our guest speaker, even before he's spoken, Walter Abercrombie. This honorary scholarship awarded in Mr. Abercrombie's name this year is awarded to Alondra Castillo.
Congratulations. This means you can't sleep during his comments.
Hello everyone, my name is Alondra Castillo. I was at AJMA for 2 years and my last 2 years here at University High School. I plan to attend MCC's Honors College and then transfer to University of Mary Hardin-Baylor and major in biology. After that, I plan to attend medical school to become an OBGYN. My most memorable event in high school was when I obtained my certified nursing assistant license and my EKG tech certificate. I think this scholarship means much more than the money that's shown in this check right here. It means that our community and school support students, like everyone that's here achieve their dreams, and I'm so honored to be a recipient of the Abercrombie Scholarship, and I plan to give back to my community just like I have with Key Club and serving all around the community of Waco. Thank you.
The next scholarship is in honor of an A.J. Moore alumni who graduated in 2004 and then served 4 years as a member of the Bulldog Battalion, the JROTC. And then after graduation, Johnny joined the U.S. Marine Corps and was deployed to Iraq. Unfortunately, he was killed in the line of duty. So the advisory board each year awards the Johnny Strong Memorial Scholarship to an outstanding member of JROTC program and academic leader of the school. This year's $1,000 Johnny Strong Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Trojan Battalion Commander Rosa Zapata.
Hello, my name is Rosa Zapata, and I just would like to thank the advisory board for giving me this opportunity to help me out with college. I plan to attend MCC for 2 years to get my basics and attend Tarleton there at MCC as well to get my career in education. And the biggest and most wonderful things that I can remember about high school is being in the JROTC and always giving back to my community one way or the other, whether it be Baylor Parking, Make a Wish Come True, Gifts on Wheels, or the Trojan Tech Boot Camp / Fun Camp. And there's many more that we do, and it's good to give back. And me wanting to become a preschool teacher will help me give back to my community by helping evolve the minds of the little ones and just show them that teachers are here to help one way or the other, whether it's starting from pre-K. It's something small, but something small goes a long way. So I would just like to thank all of you and thank my JROTC instructors and thank my mom for pushing me and helping me and my family as well. Thank you.
And so our final scholarship this year is awarded in honor of our beloved Academy of Business Finance teacher, Ron E. Smith, who passed away in 2010. Mr. Smith was responsible for the creation of the IRS VITA program 10 years ago. Students in the Academy over the past 10 years, and it includes a good number of these students, have processed over 15,000 electronic tax returns, giving community members back over $23.5 million in refunds. The advisory board each year awards the Ronnie Smith Memorial Scholarship to an outstanding member of the Academy of Business and Finance, and as well as someone who is an academic leader in our school. This year's $1,500 Ronnie Smith Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Trojan IRS VITA student manager Sandra Garcia.
Try not to cry, but thank you so much to everyone that's here, gathered with every single student that's here with us. I know I don't only speak for myself, but for every student that's here, we are very honored for every single one of the Business Advisory Board, and we are so thankful for having Ms. Ryer as our backbone of the Academies. Me and her are extremely close. She's my go-to for everything I do, and as well as Dr. Shepard, that this year he's helped university in so many ways that has stepped up in a big, huge amount. But I want to thank God, first of all, for allowing me to be here, and for my mom and my wonderful youth leader that I brought, which are the two most important women in my life that have helped me in so many ways. My most memorable thing in high school, which I have plenty, but from having the chance to be the student manager of our wonderful tax program was one of the biggest things that I did this year, giving back to our communities, seeing the face of people, knowing that that program is free for them and that they don't have to go pay $300, to get their tax return. It's a wonderful program that we have. But the biggest one was having the chance to represent my academy along with my school, and getting to go to New York City last year to the NAF Academy banquet, which was amazing. But I want to thank everybody here. My future plans are to stay here in Waco, attend McLennan Community College, and get my degree started in business management, and then transfer in to Charlton through the University Center, which is my dream. So thank you so much.
Now I think you can see what I meant when I said something about these wonderful youth. So thank you. And this goes for others who are not here and not recipients of awards, but are part of all of this.
At this time, I'd like to call Mike Kaufman up. We have a couple more scholarships and some runner-up awards. I'm changing hats a little bit. The Brazos Education Foundation, how many scholars are we up to? 36. This is a renewable scholarship. It's currently $3,000 a year plus like $1,000 for books. But the really unique thing about our program is that we assign mentors to the students. We literally drag them kicking and screaming to their degree. So it's somewhat different. We really won't let them get off track. And so it's a wonderful program that Brazos Higher Education and Mr. Murray Watson helped fund basically, and we do great things. So I'm going to turn the mic over to Mike, and he's going to call up a few more students, and we'll get to our keynote speaker.
Okay, we have several runner-up scholarships that we'd like to hand out, and I'm not going to make them give a speech, Tom. So, some of them are repeats. So the first $500 scholarship goes to Jason Campbell. And then Paul Hernandez. And the next one goes to Byron Hyburn. Is Byron here? And how about Marion Avalos? Is Marion here? Okay. All right. And then we have our primary scholarship winners. As Tom mentioned, we give out a $4,000 scholarship, which is renewable for all 4 years that the student is in college, assuming they meet some criteria that we establish. And this year, one of this year's winners is Diego Laredo. Okay, and then the other one that we give out is actually a student that's not part of the A.J. Moore program, but is attends University High School, and that's Jessica Velasquez. Is Jessica here?
She didn't make it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to call on Brian Price to introduce our keynote speaker and university alum, by the way. That's how we got him here.
Vince Lombardi once made note of the fact that the dictionary is the only place that success comes before work. He continued by saying, "Hard work is the price we must pay for success. I think you can accomplish anything if you're willing to pay the price." Students, you guys have all worked hard. You've achieved a lot. There's much more to achieve, so push forward, work hard. Your Business Advisory Board acts as a bridge between worlds of school and work. The boards do this by exposing students to knowledge, skills, opportunities, and aspirations of the workplace, trying to bring real relevance to the classroom, to make it mean something when your teacher says something. And then to enhance your opportunities or your, for the future and to provide for your future success. Whether you succeed or not, that's up to you. With personal responsibility, integrity, commitment, and hard work, you can achieve much. Bill Shepard, when he came up here a little bit ago, said he wanted some schooling, so I'm going to school him a little bit. From one Baylor Bear to an Aggie over there, here we go. Of course, Walter Abercrombie went to University High School. He broke all kinds of records for University High. He was inducted to the Waco ISD Hall of Fame. While he was at Baylor, his first game, he walked onto the field against the Aggies, and he put on the board about 207 yards in that victory against Texas A&M. Okay? The next 3 years, we whooped the Aggies too.
There were some lean years.
Okay, 1978, Baylor Bears went to the Peach Bowl. The year after that, they came back and had won Southwest Conference champions and went undefeated in conference. That year, they went to the Cotton Bowl. I saw you there the first time. That's where I saw you. I was there with 74,000 other people. He doesn't remember me. They also, I don't know if you knew this, they wrote a song about Walter that Christmas, right before the Cotton Bowl. They put it to the tune of the 12 Days of Christmas. Do you remember that? And I don't know if you remember, you know the part in the 12 Days of Christmas where it says 5 golden rings? Well, it kind of went like this. I don't remember the whole song, but it was like, Singletary sacking Abercrombie's moves. Am I close? Anyway, after his career at Baylor, beating all the records and being the leading rusher for the Baylor Bears, he went on and had a successful career with the NFL. Played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was their number 1 draft pick that year. He got picked by them and played for one of the offenses that had probably the most namesake. I mean, you could just say, I know that guy, and I know that guy, and I know that guy. Then he played for a short time at Philadelphia. Yes. And then that's Angela's tie. He quickly came back to Waco and then went to work for the American Football Coaches Association. He's working for Baylor University right now and working for the executive director of the Baylor Bee Association, where he reaches out to former student athletes, lettermen, and builds that relationship. He's done so much for Baylor and so much for this Waco community. He serves in many other ways within the community, serving on the board of the YMCA and Hillcrest Baptist Medical Center. He has received several awards from the Waco ISD Distinguished Alumnus Award, the Waco ISD Hall of Honor, the Baylor Athletic Hall of Fame, and the Texas High School Football Hall of Fame. And then when he has time, he spends time with his family, his wife, and his 4 children. So it's my honor to introduce you to Walter Abercrombie.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here, and I just thrilled to be able to see all of these students come up and talk about service and giving back as one of the primary things that they want to do in life. I mean, they recognize something that's very important. They're in the midst of getting something that others have given, and yet they see for themselves an opportunity to give back, and they look forward to doing that. And I couldn't be more proud to be a university high school graduate than I am right now. Congratulations to all of you guys for what you've received today. I want to tell you that I am a little bit disappointed, and I heard a lot of people talking about going to college, but I didn't hear too many people talking about going to Baylor. I mean, what's up with that? I think we need a little Baylor spirit in here. Look, I am thrilled to be here. I'm very humbled that I was asked to be a part of this. I know that you've had some tremendous speakers in the past. Coach Taft, I was here when he spoke, and I can promise you I'll pale in comparison to Coach Taft. But it is a great honor to be with you. And what I plan on doing is I'm not going to talk very long. I'm just going to share a few stories, and hopefully I will be able to say something that will inspire some of the young folks and maybe give you some lessons that maybe I learned from when I was a young person. And by the way, I'm sorry I didn't wear my purple tie. I was going to wear a purple tie. I love what Melvin said. He said, "Yes, purple." I love that, Melvin, man. Yes, purple. I think that ought to be the theme. Yes, purple. It's good to see so many people out here. I know Coach Willis. It's great to see you again, longstanding friend, and of course Ken Hampton, who's with the city of Waco Chamber, and then Ken Murby. Ken is a longtime Kiwanis brother. Been affiliated with the Kiwanis Club for a number of years. And then others who I've gotten a chance to meet today, and it's great to be with you. It's amazing. I've been out of football now for about 20 years. I retired in 1990, a little over 20 years. And so I'm still amazed, though, even though Waco's my hometown and I played here at Baylor. I'm amazed that it's still, in places I go, people still recognize me. I mean, I lost my hair. I'm gray now, you know. In fact, when I drove up outside, you know, before I got out the car, I signed about 5 or 10 autographs, you know. They still out there in the car if y'all want some of them. Just let me know. I'll go get them. Dr. Shepard, it's good to know that you're here at University High School. I feel a little bit of disconnect because the University High School that I went to is in a pile of rubble now, I think, and so they've got a new school, and I know you guys are excited about that. I'm embarrassed to admit that I've yet to come to the new high school. I've gotten an invitation to come by and just visit, and so I look forward to getting a chance to go by and see the new facility. What I want to tell you today is, as I look out into this audience, I see the young people that are here, and I heard you talk. If I didn't say anything else, we would be full, because we heard some people talk about their vision, talk about how their memories, and talk about their future and what they want to do. All of them had amazing goals that they wanted to accomplish, and they're all positive. So if we didn't hear anything else from me today, we'd be good. But I do want to tell you that when I look out and I see, every one of the young people that came up, you know, what I saw is a talented person. I saw talented young men and women. Most of the young people today, and a lot of young people get sort of a bad rap. But events like this is what encourages and makes us feel like the future is bright for our young people. Young people today, they're much more talented than the group that I came up with. They're much more savvy, tech savvy. And you know what's important is that many of them have the ability to adapt. You know, this is an ever-changing world, and I think it's important as people come along that they are a little more tolerant, and they have that ability to adapt to changes that happen around our world. Those of us who are older, we have a hard time adapting and changing, don't we? But young people nowadays, we find that a lot of them can change at the drop of a hat. And that's a very good quality, because it is a changing world. You will have to be more tolerant toward others. And if you have that skill, you'll find it easier to work with people and work in unison with people of all different kinds of backgrounds and colors and nationalities and religions. You have that ability to do that because you've grown up in such a fast-changing world. That's going to serve you well as you go forward. I've got basically 3 things that I want to leave with you as you go forward, young people. And some of the oldest ones in the room, I think if you'll just bear with me a little bit. I found that in my career, and this is in my career as an athlete, and much of my life was spent, I spent 25 years playing the sport of football. I mean, imagine that, 25 years. And I retired when I was an older guy. You know, I was 32 years old when I got out of the game. And I began when I was a little tot, putting on that uniform, putting on those shoulder pads, going out, running, practicing, you know, trying to learn how to play, trying to learn how to play within the rules, getting some good coaching from men that cared about me, that cared about my teammates. And so I got a chance to live a dream, to play a sport that I loved. I got a chance to become physically fit. I got a chance to learn how to be a team player. I got a chance to learn how to play in the spirit of the rules, how to operate in the spirit of rules. And so what a tremendous opportunity I had as a young person, that I had a chance to play sports. A lot of folks don't like football and they don't like sports, but I can tell you, just as a witness, that sports saved my life. Athletics saved my life. So parents, if you're a little hesitant about getting your kids involved, remember they can save lives. I have absolutely no idea where I would be had it not been for the opportunity to play a game like football, where I had people care about me, where I had a set of rules that I had to abide by, where I had to be a disciplined person. Well, I learned how to play within the rules, as I said. Just like Coach Willis is over there is teaching the players at University High School. I had a coach just like him, teaching me the importance of being a team player, the importance of knowing how to work hard, the importance of making sure that you get your academics, your grades under control. Otherwise, you can't come out here and play. The importance of respecting authority. Those are the type of things that I learned as an athlete, and I'm privileged to have had the opportunity to do that. But along the way, having played for a championship team at Baylor University, and then having the great privilege to go on to the Pittsburgh Steelers and play for a championship team there, and then to go on to Philadelphia, which I only spent a short time in Philadelphia, but Buddy Ryan was the coach, and he put together a championship team there. And I've been fortunate to have the opportunity to be a part of winners, people who win, people who know how to win, and people who pay the price, do whatever it takes to get the job done. And I've learned a few things. And one of the things that I've learned is that no matter what you do in your life, no matter what direction you want to go into, the very best thing you can do is prepare yourself to the very best you can. Preparation is absolutely key. And I'm preaching to the choir a little bit because these young people that are here today have prepared themselves in an excellent fashion. I will tell you a story. When I was about 7 or 8, maybe 9 years old, there was a fence in my yard. I grew up on South Waco in South Waco on 8th Street. We had a fence, just a regular chain link fence that went around my house. And every afternoon, the kids in that neighborhood would come and play in the field right next to my house. They'd play, pickup football games. And I would have to go out of my front door, and we had a fence that was kind of round to the side, and I had to go around the fence and then walk around the front of the house to get to the yard. Well, I felt like I needed a shortcut to get to that field because the field was right there. It's just that I had to go out and go around and to join them. So I decided one day that I'm gonna jump that fence. So I came out and I remember first trying to struggle and put my foot up over and swing myself over. I did that a couple of times to where I got pretty good at it. I got pretty good at kind of swinging myself over that fence after 2 or 3 steps on the chain links. Well, about a year passed by, I got a little bit older, my legs got a little stronger. They were still playing football in the field. I would go outside the house and now I wouldn't even have to put my feet on the fence. I'd just grab the top of it and I'd swing my body over that fence. I didn't realize it at the time. I was just trying to find a short way to the field. I didn't know what that would do. Well, another year passed by. They're still playing football in the field. Now they got pads on, so I'd grab my helmet, I'd put on my little pants, and I'd stuff my socks down in the thigh area to make it look like they were thigh pads. And I'd go out there and I'd jump that fence, and man, I only needed one hand. I'd put one hand on it, I'd jump over, and my legs were getting stronger. And eventually, there was a time when I was about 14 years old. My friends used to always go, man, what are you doing, man? Why are you trying to jump that fence? I said, I don't know. I just got to jump the fence. I'm trying to get over here. So I would go out this particular year. I remember going outside, going out my door, and not even touching the fence. I'd just leap over that fence. My friends were impressed. They were like, man, how did you do that? Man, wow. That was an impressive thing for a little kid my age, just jumping that fence. I had some ups. But see, what happened was that it didn't just start where I just jumped that fence like that. It started having to grab the fence, put my foot on it, lift myself over, catching myself a few times, cutting myself a few times. There was a process that I had to go through in order to get to the point where I could master that fence and not even touch it. Well, you shift from 1974, when I was a 15-year-old kid, 14-year-old kid, to where I'm playing the University of Texas A&M. We're playing the Aggies in Floyd Casey Stadium. We're on the 4-yard line. We need to score. And we had a big fullback, and he was a good fullback, man, but A&M had some monsters on that defense. I mean, they had some guys, the knuckles hung down to the ground. I mean, that's how mean they looking. Big eyes, you know, and those guys looking in that helmet. We're on the 4-yard line, and we need to get a touchdown because we run out of downs. And they call my number. Abercrombie, 34 dive. So the quarterback takes the ball, hands the ball to me, and for whatever reason, I decided that I was just going to go up in the air. And it was at that moment that I realized that all the preparation, all the time that I spent in that front yard on South 8th Street, jumping that fence, came to pay off. I cleared the offensive lineman. I cleared the defensive lineman and landed in the end zone for the score. The reason I share this story with you is preparation. If it's headed for a positive direction, preparation can be a key later on in your life. You've got to prepare. You've got to prepare with intensity and purpose. The second thing I want to leave with you is attitude. Listen, attitude controls 100% of your actions. Do you realize that? Have you ever had somebody say to you, man, who messed in your oatmeal? Why did you woke up on the wrong side of the bed? That's an indication that somebody's telling you got a bad attitude. Attitude, I see it all the time with college athletes. They come in, they're superstars at their high schools. They come into Baylor, and now becomes the process where they got to learn how to play at the college level. Well, because they were all superstars, many of them don't feel like they need to really learn anything. But it's a whole different game. And sometimes the attitude gets them down. They're talented athletes, talented players. But because the attitude is not right, they never really achieve their potential. Attitude is extremely important. The way you approach your goals and the way you approach your lifelong dreams, make sure that you have the right attitude. I'll give you a story about Franco Harris. How many of you have heard of Franco Harris, the great running back for Pittsburgh Steelers? Some of the young people never heard of him. He's a Hall of Fame running back. And Franco was a big deal when I first got to Pittsburgh. Now, Franco had been in the league about 12 years when they drafted me. So he was on his way out, and I was a young, up-and-coming running back. They chose to replace Franco Harris. Can you imagine that? What a job that was for me to have to replace a guy that was going to be in the Hall of Fame. Well, the very first day I got to Pittsburgh, it was in training camp. It was customary for the Steelers, since I was the #1 pick, it was customary for the Steelers to introduce all of the draft picks. At that time, it was 12 rounds in the draft. And this was in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, our first day of training camp, and it was pitcher day, where the media came out. They invited all the fans to come up and line around the field. And in Pittsburgh, in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, along the where St. Vincent's College is, where the practice field is, there's a big hill on the side of the field, and thousands would line up on that hill and just sit up on that hill, and they watch, pitcher day, and they watch the first day of training camp. But before training camp began, before that day began, they had a deal where, they introduced all of the draft picks. They had us line up in the locker room. They call us one by one to come out of the locker room. We'd run across the field, and we'd join the veterans who were already there like maybe a day early, and we'd join the veterans on the other side of that football field. We'd just run across the football field. And we'd go one by one, and as they call our name, the crowd would cheer, and I never heard it. I played in front of, here in Waco, in front of large crowds before, but that crowd in Latrobe, Pennsylvania on that day was loud. And I remember standing there, and they went with the 12th round pick, and he went out, ladies and gentlemen, Ron Johnson. He goes out, he's in his uniform, and he joins the veterans on the other side. The 11th round pick would go out, they'd call his name, the crowd would cheer, he'd run across and join the veterans on the other side. And went all the way down to the #1 pick, which is me. Now, you got to remember, I was drafted to replace Franco Harris. I was scared about and I knew he knew I was coming to replace him. But this guy's still a player. I mean, he's still on the team. He's still a running back. I didn't know how he was going to accept me. So I was a little apprehensive. I hadn't met him yet. I'm sure he was, I'm not sure if he was going to hate on me. I wasn't sure. But they called me. They called my number, ladies and gentlemen, from Waco, Texas, Baylor University, Walter Abercrombie, our #1 pick, and I take off, and I'm in my uniform. And I start across that field. I run out of the tunnel, and I'm on that field. And I look up, and I see the thousands of fans that were lined up along that hill and along the end zones. And I started running across, and I was looking at that pack of veteran players. Guys like Mike Webster and Jack Lambert and Lynn Swan. I could see those numbers as I'm going across the field. You know, there was John Stallworth. Oh, my gosh. And here's number 32, Franco Harris. I just kind of focused on him as I'm jogging across the field. I noticed that he left the pack of veterans and started coming my direction. He's just jogging. You know, I'm like, I'm not sure how to handle this now, right? So I'm going across the field. He's coming toward me. And I'm looking around, but I'm keeping an eye on him, right? So this guy, if you don't know anything about Franco was a big man. He was 6'4", he weighed about 230 or 40 pounds, big running back. And he had that big beard, you know, everybody knew him for that big beard he had. He's coming across the field, and as I got closer to him, I don't know whether this brother's gonna hit me high or hit me low. I swear to God, I don't know. I'm ready for anything. But as I got closer to him, I saw him reach out his hands. He stretched them out. As I got close to him, he grabbed me. He pulled me close. And he said, "Walter, welcome to the team." I hadn't played a down of football on that level. But here's a guy who had a great attitude. Franco accepted me as a part of that team. I hadn't played a down for the Steelers yet. They had gone to 4 Super Bowls. They didn't need Walter Abercrombie, I promise you. But he accepted me as a part of that team. And to this very day, Franco and I are friends. And I'll never forget that moment. Franco had an attitude of being a team player. He had a leader attitude. And I'm thankful for it. How do you think that every other running back that they drafted, how do you think I treated that running back? The same class and the same style that Franco treated me. The third thing I want to leave with you, and this is the final thing, and I'll move on. I know y'all are ready to go. And that is effort. So we talked about preparation. We talked about attitude. And probably the most important thing is effort. And you all have shown tremendous effort to get the scholarships that you've gotten today. You already know what it takes. I was telling the young lady who interviewed me just earlier that these young people today, I don't have a whole lot I could offer them, other than the 3 things that I mentioned today, because they've already demonstrated something that's important, and they already demonstrated the skills that it takes to succeed. You're at the footstep of the next phase of your lives. But unless you have done the right preparation, unless you have the right attitude, and unless you're willing to give the best effort you can give, then all of this will be in vain. You've got those skills inside of you. You talk about effort. Oh my goodness. I could probably talk for another, give 5 sermons about effort alone. When I was in school, I with Miss Cotton. Y'all don't remember Miss Cotton. She was my 5th grade teacher. And we're sitting in class one day, who remembers Miss Cotton? You remember Miss Cotton? Oh yeah. Well, you know what okay, all right, I'm gonna tell you a story. We're sitting in class and Miss Cotton, she said babies, and she called us all babies. She said, "Babies, I got a question to ask you." Said, "All of you, we all talked about what you want to be when you grow up. And that's good. We had all written down kind of the things. Some people wanted to be lawyers. Some people said they want to be doctors, Some people want to be policemen, preachers, but so forth." She said, "Now, I want you to tell me the answer to this question." She said, "There are 5 birds on the fence. 5 birds on the fence. And 3 of those birds decide they're going to fly south. How many birds remain on the fence?" I know. I was pretty good at math back then. I knew if 3 of them decided to fly south, I know, Miss Cotton, how many birds are on that fence. She said, "What is it, Walter?" She said, "Miss Cotton, there are 2 birds remaining on that fence if 3 of them decide to fly south." She smiled at me. She said, "Baby, Under normal circumstances, you'd be right. If there are 5 birds on that fence and 3 of them decide to fly south, under normal circumstances, yeah, there'd be 2 remaining. The problem was that those 3 birds on that fence never flew. They decided to. They talked about it. It was a goal of theirs, but they never got off that fence. The important thing that I want you to remember is effort. Effort. Don't talk about it. I heard some great goals out there from you guys. The difference is, get it done. There's a great country comedian who says, get her done. Folks, the thing I want to leave with you today, make sure you prepare yourself in the best way you can. Have the right attitude as you approach your particular goals and give it all you got. Get her done. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Just a couple more minutes. We're going to call up Angela Ryer to close us out, the Dean of Academies, and we'll let y'all go.
I'm going to be very brief. First of all, thank you, Mr. Abercrombie. That was wonderful. And since you played for my 2 favorite football teams, I could even say I'm even more appreciative of you. You know, in Philadelphia, you're always number 1 in Philadelphia. You realize that. But if you couldn't have a good team in Philadelphia, you always want a good team in Pittsburgh, even though they're a country in Pittsburgh. That's okay. I want to thank you all for coming today. Congratulations, students, parents that came. We are so grateful to you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to educate your wonderful children. They have been such a joy to me, to Dr. Shepard, and the teachers at University High School. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful we are. I want you to realize that the money that you have received today has been hardworking. The advisory board works very, very hard throughout the year to raise the funds for you to be able to have that extra money for you for college. And I want to thank the advisory board members. Y'all are always behind us. You do everything we ask you to do and help us so much. Please, if you're an advisory board member, if you could stand so we can recognize you and thank you for all that you do for University High School. It's not an easy task to raise funds, especially in this day and age, but they have put their all into getting that done for you. So students, please make sure you thank those that are near you, go up to the advisory board members and thank them. We wish you the best of luck always. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you, parents. We will see you June 7th as your child walks across that stage, and I know you're going to be happy. God bless you and have a great day.